Hey guys, yours truly, Kevin Grace. I'm here in Brooklyn, New York. I'm on the former site of Ebbets Field Baseball Stadium, home of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Nowadays, it's home to Ebbets Field Apartments. In 1960, when Ebbets Field was knocked down after the Dodgers had left in 1957 to go to Los Angeles, it became an apartment complex. So it's a H-shaped apartment building complex, and it features studio apartments and 3 bedroom apartments, and gas and electric are included, and it's located in a really interesting area. I'll say it's on the cusp of Crown Heights, and there's some expensive apartment buildings that are being built over here. So it's got a mix of a little bit of everything and different type of folks as well. But we're going to go over to the front of the building, and I know they do have the area marked where there was home plate of Ebbets Field. So let's go check it out. And they also do have over here a Jackie Robinson playground. So let's go check out everything and see what's over here. So guys, I'm at the front of Ebbets Field, and it's located right here on Bedford Avenue and Sullivan Place. Behind me is a plaque that says 1962, and it has a baseball, and it says on the site was Ebbets Field. Now Ebbets Field existed from 1913 to 1957, and then afterwards the Dodgers became the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they're playing in their home that they moved to in Los Angeles at Chavez Ravine, and this building was knocked down in 1960 to make way for this apartment complex. So much history here. Now 1955, the Dodgers finally beat I guess it was the Yankees, who were their biggest nemesis that would always beat them. They won the World Series in 1955, and I believe they celebrated it right here on this field. So I'll show you the apartment complex and what it looked like. Now they said the center field flagpole is outside of the Barclays Center. If I have time, I'll try to go by there and we'll see if we can find it. But check out the plaque back here. You can see it says 1962 baseball on there, and it's unfortunately this bush needs to be bushwhacked. This is the former site of Ebbets Field. Also, don't forget, I did do a vlog on the owner, Charles Ebbets. So definitely check that out. I went to his grave and see what we can see. You can see how the building is a H shape. And like I said, it features studio apartments to 3 bedroom apartments, and I'm not sure of how much the monthly rent is here or not, but as you can see, it's Ebbets Field Apartments, and they've got the logo here. I thought they had a baseball like a plaque that said home plate, so I'll look for that and see if there is something. If not, then we'll check that out and look for if there's a plate around here. Alright guys, just came from around the corner from me showing you where the marker was. This is still Sullivan Street. I found out where the home plate was, so let's go check it out. Now he said right back here, right by the maintenance department, right outside, you will see the home plate. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how the stadium was set up and what it looked like compared to what we're looking at right now. But right here, as you can see, in the ground is this plate. Site of Ebbets Field home plate, home to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1913, 1957. At this location, April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson integrated Major League Baseball. So it was right here, batters up. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody to take a picture of me and my batting pose, but this is the apartments and all that stuff. So you're not looking at outfields out this way. So it's just trying to, like I said, wrap my head around how it was at that time. But this is what the surrounding area is looking like. But this is our tour, and I will show you some other things of Ebbets Field. So as you can see, behind me is the Jackie Robinson Playground. It's right across the street from Ebbets Field apartment. So check this out. Of course, you got a basketball court. You're here in New York, you gotta have a basketball court. And you got like a, I wouldn't exactly say jungle gym, but it's something like that. So they got multiple basketball courts over here. This is a Jackie Robinson Playground right across the street from Ebbets Field Apartments. Guys, I found the flagpole that was once at Ebbets Field, and it's right in front of the building. And the reason why I didn't see it when I took the train, the subway, when I came up, it's facing the building, but the flagpole's behind it. But this is it right here. Now, I have no idea where this pole had been all of these years. Maybe they had it over at Citibank Field. I have no idea the whole time, but like I said, there's a plaque here. It says this flagpole stood in Ebbets Field until Brooklyn's famed baseball park was torn down in 1960. Bruce Ratner and the borough president Marty Markowitz are proud to permanently place this historic symbol of the Brooklyn Dodgers at the borough's new home for major professional sports, dedicated 2012. So here it is. Of course, it's got some graffiti on it, stickers, but this is a flagpole that was out there. And of course, the Brooklyn, the Barclays Center is right there. Now, I mentioned to you about they changed the roof up a couple years ago. They added some things to make it environmentally friendly. So they've got like some grass up there, and I think they also got some flowers and just different things like that that protect the roof of the building, and they're making it more of a green space, I guess you want to say. But it's interesting. I'll walk around the neighborhood. This is my first time here, believe it or not. Normally I'm always in Manhattan or I'm in Queens, never Brooklyn, but we're gonna walk around a little bit and see what's going on and what we can find. But stay tuned.
This episode of today's iconic moment in New York sports history is presented by Tri-State Cadillac Dealers. All right, let's take it back to the good old days in Brooklyn. Construction on Ebbets Field began on March 4th, 1912 in the Flatbush neighborhood of Brooklyn. The ballpark was named after Dodgers owner Charles Ebbets. The first game played there was an exhibition game between the Dodgers and the New York Yankees on April 5th, 1913. Their first official game was a loss to Philadelphia on April 9th. Ebbets Field also hosted 6 football teams across the NFL, AFL, AAFC, and college during its 43-year run in Brooklyn. Now, the Dodgers went through a number of ups and downs, but Larry McPhail and Branch Rickey, they were brought in. The team won 7 pennants and won the World Series in 1955. But perhaps the most significant event to occur at Ebbets Field happened on April 15th, 1947, when Jackie Robinson made his MLB debut and broke the color barrier in baseball. The Dodgers soon became victims of their own success, and the stadium could no longer hold enough people. Despite efforts to build a new stadium in Brooklyn, the team was relocated to Los Angeles after the 1957 season. They played their final game at Ebbets Field on September 24th, 1957. With the Dodgers gone, the park sporadically hosted soccer games as well as other baseball leagues. After 45 years of operation, Brooklyn's Ebbets Field closed in January 1958, and on February 23, 1960, its demolition began. Stadium seats were sold for $5, and pieces of sod went for 25 cents. The park's cornerstone and other items are located at the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ebbets Field was a historic ballpark, and its legacy lives on. In fact, the exterior facade of Citi Field was influenced by Ebbets Field. Professional sports were absent from Brooklyn for nearly 55 years, until the New Jersey Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012. While Ebbets Field is no more, at that site in Brooklyn, you'll still see Ebbets Field apartments, because, of course, it's New York and a part of New York sports history.
Hey everybody, I'm Doug Williams with YesNetwork.com. With the Yankees playing the Dodgers, albeit in Los Angeles, it's good to remind yourself every once in a while that the Dodgers used to be in Brooklyn, and actually they used to be right behind me in Ebbets Field. Now it's an Ebbets Field apartment building, but the whole neighborhood might remember what it used to be like when the Dodgers did play here in New York. Ebbets Field is undoubtedly a thing of the past. All that remains of it here on Sullivan Place in Brooklyn is this sign and this apartment complex. But we walked around the neighborhood and found one man who remembers when this, which is now his home, was this, the home of the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Listen, this was Ebbets Field.
His name is Samuel Johnson, a former Brooklyn Dodger fan who now lives where his team used to play.
I used to sit out there and see the Dodger stars play. Yeah.
He remembers watching Jackie Robinson on the field, but also remembers seeing him in the neighborhood.
That's the main thing, remember him playing. Makes me feel like an old guy. Watching pigeon-toed, walking down the street, Bedford Avenue. He walked like this. His feet was pinned in a little bit. He was a good-looking guy, nice guy, friendly. Good, he stayed in the neighborhood. All the Dodgers, they stayed in the neighborhood. They didn't go to California and come back. They lived here as they played.